హలో ఎవ్రీవన్. పబ్లిక్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్లో మనకు క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 8 వచ్చేసి ట్రిగ్నామెట్రిక్ రేషియోస్ టాపిక్ నుంచి ఒక 2 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేస్తాడు. ఇందులో బేసిక్గా పీరియాడిసిటీ పైన రిపీటెడ్గా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతున్నాడు. లేదు అంటే ఫస్ట్ 2 ఎక్సర్సైజెస్ ట్రిగ్నామెట్రిక్ రేషియోస్లో ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఏ, ఎక్సర్సైజ్ బిలోంచి ఏదో ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేస్తాడు. ప్రీవియస్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్లో వచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకుంటూ మనం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్దాం. సీ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్. ఫైండ్ ద పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫంక్షన్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు tan ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ప్లస్ 4x ప్లస్ 9x ప్లస్ అండ్ సో ఆన్ ప్లస్ ఎన్ స్క్వేర్ ఎక్స్ అని ఇచ్చాడు ఇక్కడ. ఎస్, హియర్ ఫస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రైట్ గివెన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్. ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఈజ్ గివెన్ యాజ్ tan of x plus 4x plus 9x plus and so on plus n square x. ఇక్కడ ఇంటర్నల్గా ఈ కోఎఫిషియంట్స్ మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే 1, 4, 9 అండ్ సో ఆన్ n స్క్వేర్. దే ఆర్ మల్టిపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ x. సో దట్ f of x rewritten as tan of sum of squares of n successive natural numbers multiplied by x. Tan of, here sum of squares of n natural numbers written as n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6 of x it is. So x coefficient n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Here the aim is to find period of the function. If suppose period of f of x is equal to p, implies you know that period of the function f of kx, that is p divided by modulus k. So using this property, now I can write here, since you know that period of tan x, tan function period is p, therefore from this you can write period of tan of n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6 into x, that is equal to tan x period is pi. Here you have to write pi. Tan graph whose period is pi. Why? Because the graph repeats again at pi. The graph which is at origin the graph is 0. The same graph starts again at p. So this is known as period of the function. Tan x period is pi. Now you have to write, since coefficient is n into n plus 1 of 2n plus 1 by 6, here you have to write pi divided by n of n plus 1 of 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So if you simplify this, we get 6 pi divided by n of n plus 1 of 2n plus 1. That's all. This is period of given function. Next, here the function f of x is cos of 4x plus 9 divided by 5. So that the function can be written as f of x equal to cos of, I can write 4 by 5x separately, 9 by 5 separately. This is given function. We know that if suppose period of f of x equal to P implies period of the function f of kx plus lambda, that is P by modulus k. Using this, I can write here, you know that it is cosine function. Period of cos x, you know that is 2 times of pi. So from this you can write, when cosine function period is p, then required function here, that is cos of 4 by 5x plus 9 by 5, that become 2 pi whole divided by 4 by 5. On simplification it is 10 pi divided by 4 written as 5 pi divided by 2. This is your answer. Cosine function, it repeats at 2 pi. This is the graph of cos. Here it is 0, pi by 2, next pi, third pi by 2, and here it is 2 pi. The graph repeats at 2 pi, so that period is 2 pi. Since coefficient 4 by 5, here you have to write 2 pi by modulus 4 by 5. It becomes 10 pi by 4. Simplification gives the result 5 pi by 2. Next, find a sine function whose period is 2 by 3 given. Yes, given that period of sine function that is equal to 2 divided by 3. You know that if suppose period of f of x equal to p implies period of f of kx that is equal to p by modulus k. I am going to use this result. Period of sine function is given as 2 by 3. General sine function f of x equal to sin x is of period 2 pi. So it is not sin x, sine of something into x, required sine function here. Let required function, if you write general sin x, it is of period 2 pi, you know that, but there it is given as 2 by 3. So modified function, required function, I am going to select f of x as sine of kx. Now when required function is sine of kx, implies its period written as k divided by 2 pi divided by modulus k, general formula, and in the given question that is 2 by 3. On simplification, actually 2 pi by modulus k when you write in general sin kx as sine function. Given that the period is 2 by 3, so equate 2 pi by modulus k with 2 by 3. 2 gets cancelled. We get 3 pi equal to modulus k, implies the value of k equal plus or minus 3 pi. Therefore, required sine function become f of x equal to sine of plus or minus 3 pi of x it is. Let us move to the next one. Find cosine function whose period 7 is given. The same model. Let required cosine function, generally cos x period is 2 pi, but here given as 7, so that's why I am going to select required cosine function as f of x equal to cos of kx, and that implies I can write period of this function f of x, you know that 2 pi divided by modulus k in general, but given that it is 7. And from this you will get modulus k value equal to 2 pi divided by 7, implies the value of k equal to plus or minus 2 pi by 7. Therefore, required cosine function that can be written as f of x equal to cos of k value plus or minus 2 pi by 7 of x, or cos of minus theta again cos theta, so that you can write f of x equal to cos of 2 pi by 7 of x. That is your answer. Next, eliminate theta from x equal to a cos cube theta, y equal to b sin cube theta is given. With the help of trigonometric identity, here we need to eliminate theta value, and final answer that should be in terms of x, y and a, but not theta, remember. Yes, here since x equal to a cos cube theta, I can write x by a as cos cube theta. Next, applying power 1 by 3 on both the sides, x by a whole power 1 by 3, that become simply cos theta. Next, y is b of sin cube theta, so that y by b written as sin cube theta, and y by b power 1 by 3 gives the value just sin theta. Now you have sin theta and cos theta. I am going to use first trigonometric identity. Since sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, implies I can write here, first I am going to write sin value, y by b power 1 by 3, and for which you have to write square. Next, x by a power 1 by 3, and for which you have to write square, equal to 1. On simplification it is x by a power 2 by 3 plus y by b power 2 by 3 equal to 1. So this is the final equation after eliminating theta. Next, draw the following graphs. First one, sin x between minus pi and pi, taking 4 values on x axis. Second one, tan graph in the interval, closed interval minus pi by 2 pi by 2, sin 2x graph in the interval minus pi to pi, cos square x graph in the open interval 0 to pi. Let us draw 4 graphs. First one, by taking 4 x values is given. Yes, to draw first graph, I am going to choose x values, and then what is y, observe. In between minus pi to pi, we need to select 4 values. Yes, first minus pi by 2, minus pi, and then I am going to write pi by 2, negative pi by 2. Next, in between them you have 0, pi by 2, and then pi I am going to write. Yes. Here y is sin x, sin 0, 0, sin 91, sin pi again 0, sin minus pi by 2 minus 1, sin of minus pi 0. Now draw the graph in the interval minus pi to pi. Here 0, it is pi by 2, and here it is pi. Next minus pi by 2, and here minus pi. 0 comma 0, 1 point here, pi by 2 comma 1, Here pi comma 0. Yes, joining them we get the graph in this way. Next, minus pi by 2 gives minus 1, pi gives 0. So this is the graph of y equal to sin x between minus pi to pi. Given in the question, take x values at least 4. Yes, 5 values are selected. Let us move to the second one. Graph of y equal tan x in the closed boundary minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 is given, but here the question should be open boundary. Why? Because at minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 graph does not exist. So due to that reason you have to select open bracket, tabular form xy, first minus pi by 2, after that minus pi by 4, then 0, and then pi by 4, after that pi by 2 I am writing. Since the function is tangent function, here tan 0 0, tan pi by 4 1, tan minus pi by 4 minus 1, tan pi by 2 reaches to infinity, tan of minus pi by 2 reaches to minus infinity, so that the graph exists in this way. At 0 0, at pi by 4 it is of 1 unit. Next, at pi by 2 it is approaching to infinity. Next, here it is minus pi by 4, and here minus pi by 2. This is the graph of y equal tan x in the open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Next question, y equal to sin 2x in the interval minus pi to pi is given, closed bracket is there. Yes, sin 2x graph. Y equal to sin of 2x. Boundary given by minus pi to pi. X, y, tabular form, minus pi, next pi, 0, minus pi by 2, 0, pi by 2, pi. Okay. Draw the graph. Sin 2 into 0, sin 0, 0. Sin 2 times of pi by 2, sin pi 0. Next, sin 2 pi 0, here 0, 0. Yes, see the graph. You know that sin indicates a wave, its range from minus 1 to 1. At 0 it is 0, at pi by 2 0, and at pi also 0, sin 2x graph. Next, minus pi by 2 gives 0, minus pi also gives 0. But if you write pi by 4, then what happens? If you write pi by 4, when x is pi by 2, here 2 pi by 4 gives pi by 2, so sin 90 value 1. At pi by 4 it is 1, so it gives the wave. Next, if you substitute 3 pi by 4, then it becomes minus 1. So here, in the same way, in the negative direction, you will get the graph in this way. This is the graph of y equal to sin 2x. Next, y equal to cos square x graph. Y equal to cos square x. Here in the question, given that the interval open 0 to pi. Open 0 to pi. In between them, you have to write pi by 2. Then what is the value of y? Observe. Cos 0, 1. So 1 square value 1. Cos 90, 0. Therefore, its square also 0. Cos pi value minus 1. Minus 1 whole square value plus 1. So that the graph of cos square x, at 0 it is 1. At pi by 2 it is 0. At pi again it is 1. So that we get the graph in this way. This is the graph of y equal to cos square x. But No need to select pi and 0. Why? Because given open boundary 0 to pi. So open boundary means no need to select this place and no need to select this place. That is the graph. And this is y equal to sine 2x. Here extremes are included. Up to here the graph exists. Let us move to the next one. Sin theta is minus 1 by 3. Theta does not lie in the third quadrant. Then find cos theta. That is the question. Yes, given by sin theta minus 1 by 3 and also given that theta does not belongs to quadrant 3. Yes. Our aim is to find cos theta. You know that sin square theta plus cos square theta value equal to 1, and from this minus 1 by 3 whole square plus cos square theta become 1 implies what we get? Cos square theta equal to 1 minus 1 by 9 implies cos square theta become 8 divided by 9 implies the value of cos theta equal to plus or minus root over 8 by 9 here, but theta does not belongs to quadrant 3. Sin theta is negative. Theta does not belongs to quadrant 3. In general, sin function is negative in third and fourth quadrants. Not third is given implies theta belongs to quadrant 4, remember. But theta here belongs to quadrant 4. In the quadrant 4, using all silver teacups, in the fourth quadrant cosine value always positive. Therefore, you have to write cos theta as plus root 8 by root 9. Root 8 value 2 root 2, root 9 value 3. So this is your answer. Here it is of positive sign. Next. Cos theta plus sin theta is given as root 2 cos theta. Then prove that cos theta minus sin theta equal to root 2 sin theta. This is the question. Yes. See the solution. Here what I am doing, observe. You have cos theta plus sin theta value root 2 of cos theta. That is result 1. Let us suppose cos theta minus sin theta equal to some constant. మనం ఈ రిజల్ట్ ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. ఇది సమ్ k అనుకుందాం ఫస్ట్. ఆ వాల్యూ రూట్ 2 sin theta అని ప్రూవ్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. నౌ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు squaring and adding. I am going to square and add these two. What happens? Applying square, it is cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta, that is 2 cos square theta. And this, if you apply square, cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 sin theta cos theta equal to, it is k square. Yes. Now on adding these two gets cancelled. Cos square theta plus sin square theta value 1. Here cos square theta plus sin square theta value 1. So adding these two we get 2 equal to, here k square plus 2 cos square theta it is. Therefore k square written as 2 minus 2 cos square theta. K square is 2 times of 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta written as sin square theta. Therefore the value of k equal to root 2 of sin theta. Yes, you got the value of k. Substitute in this, you will get that answer, root 2 sin theta. Therefore I can write cos theta minus sin theta equal to here k, that is root 2 sin theta. That is your answer. The same model questions you have here. 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta equal to 5. Find 4 sin theta minus 3 cos theta is there. Since 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta equal to 5, next our aim is to find 4 sin theta minus 3 cos theta. Let it be k. మీరు ఏదైతే ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలో ఆ రిజల్ట్ k అనుకుందాం. అప్లయింగ్ square on both the sides, squaring and adding, what happens? Observe both the sides. It is after applying square 9 sin square theta plus a plus b whole square formula you have to use, a square plus b square, next plus 2ab value 24 sin theta cos theta, that is equal to 25. Next second one, applying square 16 sin square theta plus 9 cos square theta minus 24 sin theta cos theta gives the result k square. These two terms gets cancelled. 9 sin square theta plus 16 sin square theta gives 25 sin square theta. Next 16 cos square 9 cos square gives 25 cos square theta, and in the right part 25 plus k square it is after addition, but this is 1, so 25 equal to 25 plus k square, and hence k square is 0. The value of k becomes 0. When k is 0, therefore the value of 4 sin theta minus 3 cos theta also 0. This is your answer. Very simple. Let us suppose the required quantity is k. Apply square on both the sides and adding the two equations, that gives the value of k. Next question. See here, LHS part you have cot pi by 10. Next cot 3 pi by 20. Cot pi by 20, sorry, cot 3 pi by 20. Next cot 5 pi by 20. Next cot 7 pi by 20, and then you have cot 9 pi by 20. It is 9 pi by 20, 10 pi by 20. Those terms in one bracket I am going to write. Cot pi by 20, cot 9 pi by 20, keep in one bracket, and here the sum of angles become 10 pi by 20, that is pi by 2, complementary angles. Next, in the other bracket, cot 3 pi by 20, cot 7 pi by 20, I am going to write. Next cot 5 pi by 20, that is pi by 4. Here these two and these two are complementary angles. Pi by 20 comma 9 pi by 20 and 3 pi by 20 comma 7 pi by 20, they are complementary angles. When they are complementary, then you can write second angle as nine pi by 20 can be written as pi by 20, and cotangent changes to tangent. Co-function we will get. Yes. Next, it is cot 3 pi by 20 and it become tan 3 pi by 20, and this is cot 45 degrees value 1. Here 9 pi by 20, sum of these two pi by 2, sum of these two pi by 2, right? Some value pi by 2 here, some value pi by 2. Therefore 9 pi by 20 written as 90 minus first angle. Second angle equal to 90 minus first angle. For 90, cot changes to tan. For second angle 90 minus theta, if you write, then for 90 degrees cot changes to tan. These two are reciprocals. Therefore, you know that cot theta into tan theta result is 1. Why? Because they are reciprocals to each other. Therefore, it is 1. It is also 1, and third one also 1. Product of all the three become 1. This is your RHS part. This is RHS. Let us move to the next one. Sin alpha plus cosec alpha equal to 2. Find sin alpha whole power n plus cosec alpha whole power n value, where n is integer quantity given. Since sin alpha plus cosec alpha equal to 2 implies I can write sin alpha plus cosec alpha written as 1 by sin alpha. Next, on simplification, it is, if you simplify this, we get sin square alpha plus 1 divided by sin alpha, it is equal to 2. Implies we get sin square alpha plus 1 equal to 2 times of sin alpha. Also, you can write sin alpha whole square plus 1 square minus 2 into 1 into sin alpha equal to 0. It looks like a square plus b square minus 2ab. So, you can write a minus b whole square equal to 0. And from this we get sin alpha equal to 1. Next, here, since we need to find sin alpha power n plus cosec alpha whole power n, this is sin alpha whole to the power of n, and the second term reciprocal of sin alpha whole power n. You got here the value of sin alpha equal to 1 from the given data, so that here you have to write 1 power n, and this is 1 by 1 whole power n. 1 power n value 1, 1 power n again 1, and sum of these two 2 is the answer. So, ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మీకు పబ్లిక్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్లో 2 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్గా ఇస్తున్నాడు. ఫస్ట్ 2 ఎక్సర్సైజ్లో ఈ మోడల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇవి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే ఎనఫ్, మీరు ఈజీగా 2 మార్క్స్ స్కోర్ చేయడానికి స్కోప్ ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్ ఇది. థ్యాంక్ యూ.